Hello everybody, today we're going to be learning y'all how to make a basic outpost in less than 10 minutes. Alright, let's get straight into it. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and need to pick yourself a planet system. I picked Iridani, and I'm going to go with Iridani 3, and just because it has an abundant lifestyle, and I'm going to go ahead and pick a place that has plutonium because that's what I'm interested in outposting here for this tutorial video. So you just go around, look for a spot. I'm kind of going to look for a spot that may have other resources, so maybe right on the edge between, the argon and the plutonium, or kind of close, relatively. And then you're going to go ahead and fly on over there, your little spaceship animation. First thing I typically do is pull out this outpost beacon, LBX on Xbox, and you can see in the top left what resources would be obtainable, extractable from this base. And you can see all the extractors here. If you don't have an extractor there, you can't mine it. So we got the water vapor, iridium, plutonium, uranium, and vanadium. And typically on a planet that's abundant, I like to throw down a little outpost airlock. So I'm kind of defended because you can actually build inside of these, outside of it. You can stand inside in safety while building outside from the bird's eye view like this. So I usually place down one of these hydroponics habs because they're see-through and they're cool. And then I just throw down a massive hex hab just because kind of just discovered those and they're very roomy. You can fit anything you want really in it. So yeah, that's about that. Just now you got yourself a little base, you're good to move on to the next step. Alright, so our next step here is going to be placing the extractors where they belong. So as you pick up an extractor, put it down, you'll see a little glowing area. That's where that resource is abundant. Now there's a little yellow ring around your extractor. You can only put them right outside of each other's diameter. So right there I can fit 2 for the iridium. Now plutonium, just going to keep it close to my base as possible just for monsters so they don't attack it. And then uranium, I'm going to go find a decent spot. I can't do it here because of the elevation, unfortunately. Would have looked pretty cool sitting up on that hill. So we're going to go and place 2 over here and move over here for the final vanadium. Go ahead and post these up here. Oh, or not. We're going to move them closer because there's a better spot with a massive amount. So go ahead and get those down. And then the next step I'll be showing you is how to power these. You see at the bottom it says 40 power needed. We don't have any power. I was a little worried about getting griefed by these little spider things, so I went inside my hydroponics. And I'm going to go ahead and build from in here so it's safe and they can't hit me. So you just open up your build menu as normal, which is LB and then X on Xbox to pull out the outposting menu. And then you're going to want to click, for Xbox it's select, and it's going to give you a bird's eye view. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the power real quick. What I'm going to use wind turbines on this planet because it's got some decent wind. And I'm going for a little bit of an aesthetic on the mountain ridge type of vibe here, if it'll allow me, But it's a little finicky with the foundations being too tall, so we might just have to veer off the mountain here a little bit. Not a big deal. But so at the bottom you're going to see I'm 70 out of 40 power. And I put down extras in case these little monsters destroy my wind turbines and destroy the integrity. Get it on video, must not have been recording, but so you're going to want to put down 4 large storage containers. It doesn't have to be large, but just definitely storage because these are all solids. And then while you're in the build menu, you'll see as you're hovering over one of your extractors, you can create an output link. So there's 4 different solids here, 2 extractors for each. So each extractor you're going to put into its respective boxes. Uranium with uranium, both of them into the same box. Vanadium into the same box. Plutonium, and then so forth for whatever you're harvesting. Could be gases, liquids, whatever. So I'm just going to go ahead and link those up in real time here. Yeah, and it's not that hard. It's just a little tedious, this whole outpost building. That's why people veer away from it. They're a little scared. But so yeah, you get all those connected, and then we're going to make it look a little more pretty here once we're finally connected. I know it takes a little bit of time. It'd be much faster on PC, I guess. Now we're on the last extractor here. We're going to go put it into its box. So every extractor goes into a box. So it's 2 into each box since it's 8 total extractors. And once you get that set up, we can actually go into the build menu here Toggle view as just to be in the bird's eye, and then you can actually click A while hovering over these things to move them. So I'm going to move them into a kind of a straight line, so when I'm looting them, I can just run down the line and pick them up. And it's a lot more pretty for your base and the aesthetic. So yeah, there's that. And then you can get out of build mode, run outside, and go check on them, make sure they're producing properly. And as with the power, that doesn't have to be anywhere near your extractor, as long as it's in your building ring, which it is required to be, so no need to like put them near it or anything. You can really go for your own design here. But as you can see, I'm farming everything there. So what's the point of farming resources if you have nothing to do with them? So today we're going to get into the crafting tables. You're going to need to put down one of every single one essentially to progress in the game and the crafting. So you can go over to crafting, industrial workbench, probably essentially the least crucial of all the benches, if you ask me. Unless you're into XP farming, then it's your best friend. Cooking station, pretty self-explanatory. You cook food, pharmaceutical, medicine, heals, weapon. You can upgrade your weapons, which I have a video on if you want to check it out. Spacesuit, same deal. Got a video on it. And then research lab, which lets you research ingredients and how to make stuff in all the other tables here. So it's probably one of the most important as well. They're all pretty important. All pretty important. Now you need somewhere cozy, a little homey in this place. Can't be a complete, gremlin outpost. Just go ahead and throw down a bed. You'll get different types of furniture, decorations, and stuff as you upgrade the decoration research in the research lab or outpost development. So now that we got a bed made and it's a little homey, we're a little nervous about these little creatures outside our base. So we're going to go to the defense column and we're going to go ahead and throw up some ballistic turrets. And you can actually go to bird's eye view and place these on top of most buildings, even the husbandry centers, which have a very teeny roof. You just angle them properly. So you can put these up here. They'll defend your base from anything aggressive. These passive flying things and the spiders, I don't think it's going to attack because they're not attacking me or my crew member. Sometimes your crew member will go AWOL though and just start attacking passive creatures, so that might start a big fight at the base. Just let that be known. So yeah, this is how you set up turrets, and they're very effective up here. So if you were curious how to get your crew members to get here, you gotta go to the build tab, go over to where the landing stuff is, and it should be over there. It'll show you what you need to build it. And quick tip, if you're facing a wall straight on, your object will go straight. So if you're looking at an angle, your object's going to come out at an angle in your builder. So you can put your crew member station, your mission board, and then a bounty clearing station, which is pretty clutch. You don't have to get arrested every time. You just clear your bounty from there. And then to assign people to your actual base, you go to start. You're going to go down to your ship in the bottom left, click crew, and then you can go ahead and send people here to work for you. I'm just going to send Andrea as a example. So send her here. And she's not going to show up instantly. You're going to have to do a couple things. So in order to get your companion here and your ship in the right spot every time, go ahead and build one of these ship landing pads with ship builder. Wherever it really will fit. You can move it around later when you're organizing your base. You're going to want to run up to your ship builder, and the best way to get your ship to come here to where you're at, I've noticed, is just click A on it, click B, click X, click B, and your ship's there. It may be invisible, but you can take your scanner out and see, and now you'll see that Andrea is here, so that has brought my companion to her station. So yeah, and you can also buy and sell ships here and register, and the credits at some of my vendors, I have 800,000 credits. I'm not sure how, but you can get a lot of credits at your ship builder somehow. Link, one of the most controversial subjects of outpost building. You can only use the regular cargo link in the same system, so I would have to send it to another Adrani planet. So we're just gonna set up the one-way for here. So basically there's outgoing and incoming crates. You would link your resources directly to the outgoing if it was just one, so it'd be easier, but since there's 4 here, I would link every individual extractor to the box so it's an even fill of resources going out. Unless you were only trying to export 1, then that's fine. Then just do 1. Now heading over to it, you will need to, once you have your output links set to your outgoing, you're going to go over here and click on this activation tab. It'll say your outgoing on the outgoing side, and then you can link it to another outpost that has a cargo link down in the same system. Alright, if this helped any other pea-brain people like me start an outpost in less than 10 minutes, please subscribe. I can make more in-depth videos if it's confusing still. I know I'm not perfect at this, but I'm trying to get y'all some tips and tricks, so thanks.